Ask a woman what love feels like, and she'll usually describe an emotional atmosphere. Feeling understood, feeling emotionally safe, feeling chosen, feeling emotionally connected, feeling wanted beyond her body. Ask a man what love feels like, and he'll often describe acceptance. Feeling respected, feeling appreciated, feeling useful, feeling trusted, feeling like someone believes in him. Same word. Completely different internal experience. And most people don't realize this until they deeply study human behavior or live through enough relationships to see the pattern repeat. A lot of women are raised around emotional communication from childhood. Girls are often encouraged to talk about feelings, friendships, emotional pain, social dynamics, emotional closeness. Because of that, many women become highly attuned to emotional details. Tone changes, energy shifts, small behavioral differences, emotional distance. A woman can sometimes tell something is wrong from a 3-second pause in a text message. Not because she's overthinking, but because women are often socially conditioned to monitor emotional connection constantly. For many women, love is deeply tied to emotional presence. That's why a man can provide everything materially, and she can still say, "I don't feel connected to you." To many men, that sentence sounds insane, because men are often taught that love is demonstrated through duty. A lot of men grow up receiving praise mainly through performance. Achievement, strength, success, control, competence. Even emotionally healthy men absorb this message quietly. You are valuable when you are useful. That changes how many men approach love. Men often show love through doing. Fixing problems, providing solutions, driving long hours, paying for things, handling pressure silently, sacrificing comfort. A man may spend 10 exhausting hours working for his family and genuinely feel, this is love. Meanwhile, a woman may crave 30 emotionally present minutes more than 10 hours of labor. That doesn't mean either side is shallow. It means they emotionally register love differently. Women often associate love with attention. Men often associate love with loyalty. That distinction explains countless interactions. A woman may think, if he loved me, he'd notice more. A man may think, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't still be here. Women often focus on quality of emotional connection. Men often focus on consistency of commitment. Again, not always, but often enough to become one of the most repeated patterns in human relationships. Another major difference is how men and women typically process emotional pain. Women often externalize, they talk, call friends, cry openly, seek emotional processing. Men often internalize, they withdraw, distract themselves, work more, stay quiet, numb themselves. This is one reason women sometimes think men don't care deeply. In reality, many men feel emotions intensely, but are trained from childhood to suppress emotional expression. A lot of men are emotionally literate internally, but emotionally inarticulate externally. And those are very different things. There's also a major difference in what makes men and women feel desired. For many women, being desired emotionally matters deeply. She wants to feel special, chosen specifically, seen deeply. For many men, love and admiration are heavily connected. A man often feels loved when he feels respected, trusted, appreciated, admired. This is why criticism hits many men extremely hard emotionally, even if they don't show it. To many women, criticism may feel painful. To many men, sustained disrespect can feel psychologically crushing. Physical intimacy is another area where men and women often differ. For many women, emotional closeness creates physical desire. For many men, physical closeness creates emotional openness. That's a huge distinction. A woman may need emotional connection first to fully relax into intimacy. A man may use intimacy as one of the few spaces where he actually feels emotionally accepted and vulnerable. That's why men sometimes bond emotionally through physical affection more than words, and why women sometimes need words, attention, and emotional safety before physical affection feels meaningful. One of the most misunderstood truths is this: women are often better at reading emotional signals. Men are often better at compartmentalizing emotion. That doesn't make one gender smarter emotionally. It means their emotional survival strategies evolve differently socially and psychologically. Women tend to notice emotional instability faster. Men tend to endure emotional instability longer without discussing it. And despite all these differences, men and women are usually searching for the same core thing: to feel deeply valued by another human being. A woman often wants to feel emotionally cherished. A man often wants to feel fundamentally accepted. Different emotional pathways, same human need. And once you understand that, you stop viewing men and women as opponents. You start realizing they're often describing love from completely different psychological angles. Not better, not worse, just different.